I can definitely start episode 4 now. And this definitely is my, first time I'm filming this part of the video. Totally. I won't judge you by your actions in the last chapter. I'm not gonna judge you by your actions in the last chapter for this one. But that's still a lingering thought in my mind that you would kill your entire family for money. That's gonna be a lingering thought in the back of my head, Ava. Okay, I mean... maybe I shouldn't defend that at all. No, why would I... Okay, why was I thinking an argument for Ava? No, that's... let's restart this episode. None of this was happening. Let's restart. Episode 4. Alliance of the Golden Witch. Good morning. I could have never have imagined that you would not have surrendered by now. At this point, even I must expect great things from you. The game is played not only on the board. Perhaps this time, you should take a small peek from beyond its borders. As they say, if you know your enemy, you need not fight 100 battles. The difficulty level depends upon you. How you have chosen the battle up until now will influence the difficulty. So this episode's gonna be hard. Really hard for me. This story is undoubtedly nothing more than fantasy. It could not possibly have any relation to real persons, organizations, places, or events. Right on! The first day, October 4th, 1986. Oh? Dwarf Summoner.
大丈夫かバトラ君。もう地上やで。これ以上は落ちへんで。
In the lobby of the Nijima airport, Maria dashed around in excitement. Battler's uproar in the plane must have been very funny to her.
こらマリア、いい加減にしなさい。ごめんねバトラ君、気を悪くしないでね。
情けねえ男だなお前は。でけえ図体して相変わらず乗り物はダメなのかよ。うるええ。人間誰しも苦手なもんの一つや二つあるもんだぜ。
バトラ君、今度おばさんと一緒に海外旅行に行きましょうよ。ヨーロッパとか行かない？半日も飛行機に乗ってればきっと克服できるわよ。
母さんもよしなよ。バトラ君の乗り物嫌いはきっと遺伝だよ。
ああ、アスムさんの？
あいつどういうわけか乗り物系がダメでな。自転車と車以外はほぼダメだったぜ。どこか遠出しようとするとあれはダメだこれはダメだ、怖い怖い、落ちる落ちる、ギャーギャーとうるせえ女だったさ。
子供は親が苦手があるものを危険だと学ぶものです。きっとバトラ君はアスムさんのそういうところを見て、乗り物は怖いものだと覚えてしまったんでしょうね。
アスムさんの遺伝子ってわけかしら。
さあな。だとしたら迷惑な遺伝子だな。アスムの話はよせ。今ここにいるのはお前だ。そうだろ。
そうね、ごめんなさい。
おい、ハイヤーが来たで。ちょうど3台や。乗るで乗るで。
落ちる落ちる。
待て待て待ちやがれ。くすぐりの刑に処してやる。
元気でいいわ。バトラ君とマリアちゃんがいてくれなかったら機内の空気はさぞや硬かったでしょうね。
ありがとうよ。言葉通りの意味で受け取っとくぜ。ほらガキども、タクシー来てるぞ。お遊びは後にしろい。
タクシータクシー、マリア一番乗り。
こら、マリアもバトラ君ももうはしゃがない。人にぶつかるわよ。
The tone of Auntie Rosa's voice became a little frightening. Battler, too, has started to think that perhaps he really was fooling around too much, when, just as expected, he bumped into someone.
すいません。
バトラ君たちはあっちの車だよ。待たせちゃってるよ。
Rushed on by George, Battler made an apologetic gesture to the person he had bumped into, and ran up to his parents, who were telling him to come quickly. With clunking sounds, the doors of the 3 taxis were shut one after another, and they departed, heading for the harbor. Oh? Wait a second. Who did Battler bump into? Who did he bump into? As their taxis dashed away, the entire world grew suddenly dull and slowed to a halt. Melody, instrumental version. Oh. Voices, the wind, and even sound. Absolutely everything ceased, and as if they had been frozen in the instant a photo was taken. Everything moving or about to move stopped. People, machines, clock hands, even the dust dancing in the wind, frozen. People who were in the middle of walking, frozen, with one foot still raised. Scraps of paper dancing in the wind, frozen, pinned in midair. And among these stationary figures in this world that had come to a standstill, a single one moved. Ange! It was a woman. The very woman that Battler had just bumped into. It was truly the slightest of movements. Her gaze dropped, her shoulders lowered a minuscule amount, and she sighed. That was all. In a normal world, that probably wouldn't even count as movement. But in the still world, it looked very out of place. Then, something else moved. It was a black cat that had been dozing in the shadows near the taxi rank. It came up right behind the woman, and leisurely changed its form into that of a human. It wasn't a cat. It was a witch. Of course, the woman was also a witch. As the witch stood there, her gaze still downwards, she muttered.
みんなが六軒島へ行くのを私は止められないのね。
止められないわ。1986年10月4日にあなたはここにいない。
私がここにいたならみんなを止めることも不可能ではなかったの。
6歳の女の子がどう立ち回れば彼らを引き返させることができるのか、私には想像もつかないけれど。そうね、もしこの場にいたなら確率はゼロではなかったわ。ゼロでない確率ならば私は奇跡を探し出せる。 私が体調を崩して置いていかれなければ。
With her head facing downwards, the witch tightened her fist. They were trembling very slightly.
あなたが寝込んだのは1986年10月3日。そしてベアとのゲーム版は10月4日から切り取られている。あなたには体調を崩さない可能性が与えられていない。つまりあなたは本来絶対にゲーム版に上がれない存在なのよ。恩着せがましくてありがとう。分かってるわ。こうしてお父さんやお母さんやお兄ちゃんの元気そうな姿を見られただけでも、これはとても素敵な奇跡なんだって分かってるもの。
Ange? I still don't know how to pronounce the name. Ange? I'm just gonna alternate pronunciations until the video where I first start saying her name comes out. Then people will tell me how to pronounce her name. That's my plan. That's my plan. Ange had been trying to stand in the way of her family and prevent them from going outside the airport towards Rokenjima. But that was impossible for Ange, who could not exist there on October 4th, 1986. Just receiving a shoulder bump and words of apology from her older brother. Even though he hadn't known that she was a sister, that was still such a miracle. It could have moved her to tears.
嫌味を言ってごめんなさい。私はあなたにもらった奇跡を無駄になんかしないわ。頼もしいわね。さあ、彼らと一緒に行きましょう。六軒島へ。駒たちがもうすぐすべて揃う。第4のゲームが幕を開けるわ。ベアともバトラももう席についてる頃よ。六軒島へ。私の、いや、みんなの運命を変えた1986年10月4日の六軒島へ。
What happened on that day? I will expose that. Learn that. And I'll take them back. As she stood there, with her fist still clenched, she surely turned her face to the heavens. A single teardrop from the depths of her eyes dripped down into the air. Here we go. And when time started moving again, the two witches' figures were sucked into a blowing gale and erased in an instant. Damn. Ah! Oh, that's a short prologue. That's a really short prologue. Damn. Now I can understand most of the opening! Oh damn, I can understand most of the opening now! Ha! Damn. No, there's some things I still don't understand. Alright. Eva Beatrice, I now understand her appearance now. But there's still a lot of things I still don't understand just yet. But I'm really enjoying this. I'm really enjoying this. One of those last images kind of looked like Balor hugging Beatrice. Was that a CG? BG? BG, yeah, that's what I meant. BG? Or no, I don't think it was. Whoa. This part always confuses the hell out of me because there's so many flashing images all at once. Wow. Ange! Umineko no Nagakora ni. The new cast. String Quartet, number 1 in G major. Allegro.
おはようございます、お嬢様。これは上機嫌なご様子。快適なお目覚めのようですな。
快適な目覚めどころか
What?
ワクワクして睡もできなかったぞ。
Are we getting Beatrice's point of view as she's preparing to battle against Valor? Are we getting her point of view as she's getting ready to battle? Oh, this is awesome.
何しろ楽しい第4のゲームの幕開けだからな。
It seemed that she truly had been so excited that she hadn't gotten any sleep. And yet, she showed absolutely no signs of tiredness. Was that due to her youth? Or her low mental age? Ronove chose not to say that aloud, and laughed with a instead.
前回はバトラのやつを徹底的にケチョンケチョンにしてやった。あのまんまと騙されたというバトラの顔、実にざまあなかったぞ。それにしてもあやつめ、まだへこんでるのではあるまいな。
へこんでいると申しますと？
まあそのだな。あやつめ、いい年してちょっと素直すぎるとことかあるだろ？
ございますな。そこが魅力とも申しますが。
そうであろう。まあそれでだ。前回のあれ、あやつめコロッと引っかかってくれたであろう。
コロッと豪快に。生まれてからただの一度も人に騙されたことのない無垢なバラのつぼみにも似た純粋さをお嬢様が存分に蹂躙を。冬の朝、美しき新雪の平原を存分に駆け回って踏みにじり尽くす喜びにも代え難いでしょうな。お嬢様はマトラ様の純粋な心を実に痛快に豪快に無残に無慈悲に無教養に実はちょっぴりやりすぎちゃったんじゃないかななんて不安になってしまうくらいに暴虐の限りを尽くされましたとも。普通ならへこむでしょうな。それはもう二度とお嬢様の顔も見たくないくらいに。
分かっておるではないか。わらわはそのだな。いよいよ第4のゲームが始まるというのに、もしもあやつが意気消沈していて卓につかないというようなことがあったらまた面倒だなぁと思い、そうならば先に対策を準備した方が良いかと思い、お前に先にそれを問うたわけだ。
でしたらやはり対策をご用意された方がよろしいでしょうな。残念ながらマトラ様はお嬢様の例の北風と太陽作戦でかなりショックをお受けになったようです。
ほう、ショックというとどのくらい？
Beato lowered her voice slightly, asking timidly. Ronove went along with that, and lowered his voice in the same way.
実は膝を抱いてうずくまられてもうだいぶになります。
The song that's playing right now is Moon.
何度かお声をおかけしたのですがお返事をされません。お食事もお運びしたのですが手を触れた様子もありません。
それは難儀だな。
Alright, I think this is confirming some of my suspicions that Beatrice did feel like she was actually being slightly convinced that that she was actually liking being a good witch. Like, okay, this is a slight theory before, like, to begin off episode 4. I think Beatrice is not as bad as she claims to be. She's mostly being pressured by Lambda Delta to follow her own rules. I think that's what's going on here. Beatrice really, she can be cruel, but she knows herself that she went too far with Battler. So, my main theory is, Beatrice, more or less, just kind of wants to have a playmate. And she finds a playmate in Battler. Aww. Man, oh man, Beatrice is actually becoming my favorite character. She wants to have fun. She just wants to have fun, but she sometimes goes a little bit too far. Anyways, let's continue on.
あやつ、そこまでへこんでおったか。
無理もありますまい。何しろお嬢様が徹底的におやりになられましたからな。
What's up with the pronunciation of that?
普通なら人間不信になりましょうな。
Is Ronove trying to guilt her? I think Ronove is guilting her.
ほう、人間不信なら好都合。人間など見限って魔女を信じると良いぞ。すまぬ。ふざけが過ぎた。
Beato had tried to joke about it, but it seemed that the situation was quite serious. And after picking up on this, she hid her laughter.
そんなにも深刻なのか。第4のゲームの開始はもう少し待ってやった方が良いか。
ベルンカステル教のお客人もおいでになっておりますので、第4のゲームは速やかに開始された方がよろしいでしょう。ただお嬢様はバトラ様に多少気を使われても良いかもしれませんな。
人な。どう使えばよいのか。あやつは落ち込んでいるのだから、そうだな。元気づけてやるとか。
Monochrome clock.
心を暗く閉ざした者に暗く接しても無駄なこと。その暗闇に負けないほどの明るさで照らし出すほかないでしょうな。
しっかりしよう。いい加減にしやがる。
The song's getting loud. The song was so quiet, now it's super loud. Holy shit.
Butler-kun, こちら。あんたごときにロノウェ様が焼いてくれたクロワッサンなんてもったいないもん。私が美味しく食べちゃおうかな。
Battler's stomach involuntarily growled at the fragrant smell of the croissant. His breakfast plate was empty, but he hadn't eaten any of it. The biggest glutton of the Seven Sisters of Purgatory, Beelzebub, had waited for Ronove to leave, and had then come to snatch the food away. Battler had discovered her in the process, and they had been charging about causing a crazy amount of noise ever since. There's voices in this song too. Even though Beelzebub could have ended it by either giving it back already, or else throwing it into her own mouth, she intentionally ran around in circles, making fun of Battler.
俺の朝飯返しやがれ。今返したらデコピン一発で許してやる。もしも食ったりしてみろ。
代わりにお前を食べてやるぞって私を食べられるものなら食べてごらんなさいよ。
Oh, did he punch her? Or is he pointing? I think he punched her.
捕まえた。
Oh no, he got her shoulder. Oh, okay.
今はてめえの太ももよりそのパンが食いてんだ。おとなしくそいつを返しやがれ。ふっかんギギギギギギギこいつ最後まで抵抗を。
So Battler's not really that upset, or is he?
ダメよダメよあげないもん。クロワッサンも私に食べてほしいって思ってるもん。
イエーイヤッホーはよーバトレイ
That is the most sitcom-like entrance I've ever seen. Just clapping noises as someone enters.
こいつ朝っぱらからまだくよくよしてるのか。新しい一日とゲームの始まりであるぞ。元気出して行ってみよう。
The door opened forcefully, like a marathon runner drawn on a certain caramel box. What's a certain caramel box? Gilco Caramels. The Japanese confectionery company Gilco, also famous for producing Pocky, began its business in 1922 with boxes of Gilco Caramels, which featured art of a running man, triumphantly smiling with his arms raised. The marketing was that a single caramel gives you the energy to run 300 meters. The Geico Running Man became an iconic trademark and mascot that the company still uses today. Gilco. Interesting. With their hands held high, and with an idiotic cheeriness, Beato appeared. For some reason, countless country flags and confetti scattered everywhere, creating what was clearly intended to be the perfect party atmosphere. Battler and Beelzebub, who had been groveling on the floor over the croissant, completely forgot about their argument and stared at her speechless.
それでは私はこれで。はいバトロ君、あーして。
よう、おはようベアト。朝から絶好調なようで何よりだ。
Beato and Battler looked at each other. It seemed that neither had a clue what was going on with the other.
バトラーどういうことだロノウェイ。元気そうじゃねえかよ。膝抱いてないし返事してるし、というか食事中だったし。
いえいえ、毛布の中で膝を抱くようにぐっすりお休みでございまして、お目覚めの時間をお知らせしたのですが、まるでお気になられず。食事をしようにもいたずら猫が迷い込んでそれどころではなかったようで。
You're having way too fun, Ronove. Now you know how it feels!
よく言うぜ。てめえこそ前回はでっかく騙してくれやがったじゃねえか。事情はさっぱりだが、朝からいい気味だぜ。とりあえずロノベ、朝からナイス。
恐れ入ります、バトラ様。
The two stuck up their thumbs as though they had forged some kind of male bond, chuckling together. For a while, Beato acted very energetically, trying to hide her embarrassment. Organ short, number 200 million in C minor.
俺をあんまり舐めるんじゃねえ。まさか俺が膝を抱いて、まだいじけてるとでも思ってたのかよ。
前回あれだけ悔し涙を流しておったのはどこの誰だというのか。あの涙をたっぷりと小瓶にでも集め、化粧水にすればよかったわ。
Oh, I didn't know what that was. Literally translated as, toilet water is a lightly scented cologne used as a skin freshener. It is also referred to as aromatic waters and has a high alcohol content. It is usually applied directly to the skin after bathing or shaving. It was originally composed of alcohol and various volatile oils. That is, Eau de Toilette. I really probably butchered that pronunciation. I'm so sorry.
うるせえや。あれはてめえの下手くそな芝居の頂点階にちょいと驚かされちまっただけだ。みっともねえとこ見せちまったが、二度と同じ手が通用すると思うなってんだ。
無論よ。同じ手に何度も引っかかってわらわを失望させるな。
ああ、見てろよ。俺はくじけるたびに強くなる男だってことを教えてやるぜ。だがな、ベアト。
なんだ？
二度とするな。
ほう？なんでだ？やはり絡めては苦手か？
俺とお前は敵同士で絶対に手を取り合うことはないってことを俺はもうはっきりと理解した。
But isn't this chapter called Alliance of the Golden Witch?
だからもう二度とそれを勘違いさせるような不愉快な真似をするな。
Oh wait, or is that applying to Ange? Because Ange is technically a successor of Beatrice, isn't she? Yeah, technically she is a successor, so maybe the alliance is referring to Ange, not Beatrice.
そうは言うがな、そなたの弱点と知って。
Beato thought they were still joking around, but that had disappeared from Battle's expression some time ago. Beato felt as though his eyes were like the surface of black tea gone cold.
いいな。二度とするな。
わからんぞ。 忘れた頃にまたやるかもな。
二度とするな。
Pierced by his strong and forceful gaze, Beato held her tongue. She may have thought that Battler would surely be the one to break that silence with laughter. However, Battler's serious expression didn't change in the slightest. So, to break that silence, Beato had no choice but start laughing herself. The candles dance!
それでよい。そなたとわらわは好敵手。どのような良好な関係になろうとも、敵同士であることの一線を越えることはない。そなたがそれを勘違いしなかったなら、わらわはそれで十分だ。
そうだな。お前が敵であることを一瞬だけ忘れかけた。二度と同じ醜態は晒さない。お前の絡め手にかかることは二度とない。二度と。
第4のゲームが待ちきれないのはどうやらわらわだけではなかったらしい。嬉しいぞバトラー。さあ席につけ。
ああ、望むところだぜ。もう小手先の騙しは効かねえぞ。
生きがるな。前回のゲームの最後の謎、南條殺しの謎も降参したままのくせ。
今はまだ答えを保留するさ。だがな、くじけたわけじゃねえぞ。必ずお前の真っ赤な真実を破り、魔女を否定してみせる。
良い心意気だ。やはりそなたは不死鳥のごとき男よ。わらわの見込みを裏切らぬ。それでは第4のゲームの幕を開けよう。
Yes!
だがその前に我らは新しい客人を迎えなければならないようだ。
客人？
そなたも覚えておろう？前回のゲームの最後で招待状もなく現れ余興を台無しにした謎の女よ。
あいつか。
わらわたちのゲームに加わりたいというのでな。正式に招待状を送りこの席へ招かせていただいた。ロノウェ、客人を呼べ。
その必要はないわ。
Haze.
もういるわよ。
The voice that answered Beato's call came from the darkness in a corner of the room. Battler turned around in surprise to discover that the mysterious woman was suddenly there.
おやおや、そなたも人が悪い。来ていたならば挨拶の一つもすればよいものを。
私、殴る前に挨拶する習慣ないの。でも殴り終わってからならしてあげるわ。
ほう、なんとする？
軍内ハバナイスドリーム。
笑える、実に笑える。
Beato cackled and clapped her hands. But that was only Beato, and nothing rose to Battler's face except an uncertain smile.
あんた、武闘派だな。
That's your half sister, dude. Or sister if I go by the Kyrie is your real mom theory. Either way, she's your sister. Balor met eyes with the woman, shrugging his shoulders as he spoke. But the woman didn't answer, giving only a cold stare in return.
前回は土壇場で世話になったな。礼を言うぜ。
礼なんていらない。あなたがぶったるんでただけよ。私は目を覚ませと言っただけ。
そうだな。バトラはぶったるんでるな。
Okay, hold up. What's the other meaning of flaccid? Oh no! No! Why is the first thing that comes up from... Why is the first definition that comes up as the adjective? A part of the body, soft and hanging loosely or limply. Especially so as to look or feel unpleasant. I think the definition that they're intending is lacking force or effectiveness, not the one I was thinking of. And it's definitely not the one of plant tissue, drooping or inelastic through lack of water. Beato tried to laugh in agreement, but the woman wasn't listening. She did absolutely nothing except stare at Balor with ice-cold eyes.
どうやら俺は嫌われてるみてえだな。
あなたが本気で戦ってないからイラついてるだけよ。
They have the same exact hair color. Interesting.
俺が本気じゃないだと。
Well, they are siblings, so it makes sense they have the same hair color. But, wait, hold on. I'm sorry, I have to interrupt something real quick. I need to check something. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, hold on. Why is Maria on the witch side? I think I read this in, episode 2. Yeah, I read this in episode 2, but why is Maria on here? And also, they're all interconnected. Hold on. Okay, so Lambda Delta is connected to Beatrice because she, made Beatrice into the witch she is. Yeah, and, Burn Castile is connected to Ange because she's the one who approved Ange to be a witch. So both Ange and Beatrice are connected to Maria? Huh. That's really interesting. And where's Ronove and the other furniture? They're not on the human side, are they? No, they're not on the human side, and Ange's not on the human side. Anyway, what I was pointing out is, Kyrie's hair is silver, while Rudolph's hair is brown. Where did the reddish hair come from? I mean, I could say that it came from Asumu, but if I go from the theory that, Kyrie is Balor's mom, where does the red hair come from? Is it a recessive gene? But it's very rare for both, brother and sister to have the same hair color if it's a recessive gene. But they both have, well, Ange's hair is actually a little bit dark. No, it's not, it's the same shade. No, is it a little bit darker? I think it's a little bit darker than Balor's, or it might be just because of how her hair is styled. Huh. Interesting. Like, I was gonna say that could have been Asumu's hair color, but they both have the same hair color, and I also have a theory that Kyrie is Madeline's mom, and they both have the same hair color. It would make sense if they both came from the same mother, since they have the same hair color. But I'm going way too off topic. I should probably get back to the game.
まさかあの低たらくが本気だったとでも？バカにしないで。いつまでこんな魔女の茶番に付き合ってるつもりなの？
俺は俺なりにベアトと戦ってる。もちろん本気でだ。本気で？笑わせないで。
魔女といつまでも永遠にお茶を飲んで談笑しているだけのあなたが本気で戦っている？冗談は髪型だけにして。
Holy shit! You're going after his throat! Holy shit!
そりゃ俺も最初はこの魔女のゲームに不慣れで散々な目に遭わされてきたさ。だがな、ようやく戦い方やそのコツが見えてきたところだ。俺のこれまでの無様さがあんたには本気でないように見えたのなら、それは誤りだぜ。
そう？
確かに俺がベアとの胸ぐらをつかみ上げるのに必要な距離はまだかなりあるだろうと思う。しかしその距離はどれほど長大であろうとも有限だ。そして俺はゲームを重ねるごとに一歩一歩確実にその距離を詰めている。時間はかかろうともあの魔女を追い詰め必ずチェックメイトする。それには奴がよく口にするように1000年をかけるかもしれない。だがそれでもいつか必ず打ち勝つ。なぜか俺が絶対に負けを認めないからだ。絶対に立ち止まらない。追い詰め続ける。だからつまり言えることはただ一つ。俺はいつか必ずあの魔女に勝つってことだ。
Hell yeah!
気の長い話ね。あなた勝つ気あるの？有限もその扱いを間違えれば無限と化す。今のあなたはすでに亀すら追い越せないアキレスなのよ。なるほどね。私が必要なわけだわ。こんなざまじゃ何億年をかけようとも無限の魔女に勝てるわけがない。
お前は何者なんだ？名前くらい聞かせてくれたってバチは当たらねえだろ。
Couldn't you have realized it by what she told you last time about how jealous she was of you? Couldn't you have... Balor, come on. Balor, come on! At that point, the woman fell silent, gazing straight into Balor's eyes. At first, Balor faltered under the firmness of that look, and his gaze wavered slightly. But, as her eyes continued to stare into his, gradually, he found himself becoming lost in them. And in their depths, he saw a light that he had seen at some time before, melting away. Oh no, is it the Ralph Wilkham song? God damn it! Okay, I'm sorry, but this song, after I looked up the lyrics and I saw the comment about the voice and it sounding like Ralph Wiggum. God damn it. The song's forever ruined. I'm sorry. The song was forever ruined as soon as I read that comment. Damn it. I can only think of the fucking Simpsons character. Balor was struck by how strongly they resemble the eyes of a girl who definitely couldn't be here. But that was completely impossible.
そんなバカなとは思うんだが、なぜかそんな気がするんだ。でもそんなことはあるわけがない。まだあいつは6歳のはずだ。
You idiot. You buffoon.
お前まさかエンジなのか？
そうだと言ったらあなたは信じるの？言い方を変えるわ。私はあなたの味方よ。だから信用してと言ったらあなたは信じるの？初対面の正体不明の女が自分の知人になんとなく似ているからという理由だけであなたは無条件に信用してしまうの？ そんなお人よしだから前回のゲームであっさり騙されて悔し涙をボロボロこぼすことになるのよ。あなた自分で言ったわ。その子は6歳なんでしょ。私が6歳に見える？にもかかわらず私がその子だと実証したならそれを鵜呑みにするの？
それを言われると弱えな。すまん。そうだな、俺はお人よしだ。そいつを前回のゲームで思い知らされたはずなのにな。お前が言う俺が本気じゃないってのもそういう意味か？
そうよ。あなたは魔女と戦っているつもりでしょうけど、ただ慣れ合って遊んでいるだけ。
And? I hit my line. It did not go over, so it's fine.
チェスで仲良く戦って遊んでいるだけなのよ。あなたたちにとってそれは真剣勝負でしょうけれど、それを離れて見ている私には仲良くルールに守られてただ遊んでいるようにしか見えない。
きついな。
でもそのお遊びに勝てない限りあなたはここから解放されない。だから私が来たのよ。このゲームに決着をつけるためにね。今のあなたは魔女を追い詰めていると称しながら車輪の中を延々と走り続けるハムスターみたいなもの。あれか。夜な夜なくるくると車輪の中を走り続けるあれか。車輪の中を走り続けることは一見無限のように思えるかもしれない。無限の魔女ベアトリーチェ、まるであなたのことね。そしてその車輪の中で戦ってるつもりで滑稽にいつまでも走り続けているのが彼。これはゲームじゃない。彼を永遠に閉じ込めているだけのカゴでしかない。
Start connecting some dots, Ange. Well, no, she doesn't know about Lambda Delta's existence, so she can't connect dots. But this definitely, her analogy definitely applies to Lambda Delta's plans for Ferncastle.
ほう。わらわの無限をネズミが遊ぶ車輪風情に呼ばわるか。面白い面白い。
ある次元における無限はより高次元において無限をなさないものよ。レンガーのスポンジが無限の表面積を持つのは3次元未満の世界での話。3次元の現実においては質量ゼロ。無限どころか存在さえできない。
威勢のいい女よ。わらわの敵を名乗る程度の資格はあるらしい。
あんた何者なんだ？
私はあなたの味方。
The song playing is distant.
そして魔女の敵よ。もちろん信じなくていい。私が本当にあなたの味方であるかなんて誰にも証明できない。むしろ私のことをうさんくさいと思うくらいの警戒心の方が望ましいわ。
そうだな。前回ひでえ目に遭わされたんだ。そのくらいの用心深さは必要だな。俺ももう二度と騙されるのはごめんだぜ。
Beato laughed with true satisfaction in a way that was insulting only to Battler.
人はいきなり騙されたりはしない。自らの確認を怠り、それを他人に委ねたとき騙される。他の人が渡り始めたからもう信号は青になったと思った。じゃあ事故の言い訳にはならないってこと。わかる？
わかるぜ。与えられた情報を鵜呑みにするんじゃなく、自分の頭で考えろってことだろ。俺はベアトに見せられた魔法を鵜呑みにしていた。
Is this a message to readers?
考えることをやめていた。だからダメだったんだ。
Battler grimaced as he remembered his many painful losses. Seeing that, the witch laughed audaciously once again.
私はあなたが有利になるように助言する。もちろんあなたは私のそれを鵜呑みにすべきではない。私が味方であることの絶対の保証なんて誰にもできないのだから。
In the last game, Virgilia, who I thought was an ally, turned out to be on the witch's side after all. Battler couldn't get that eerie smile worn by Virgilia, who he had even thought of as dependable, out of his mind.
だから私を無条件で信用なんてしなくていい。故に私の助言も参考意見程度に留めてもらって大いに結構。だって魔女とのゲームを戦っているプレイヤーはあなたなんだから。
Indeed.
そうだな。外野の指し手に従って打ったから負けたなんて情けねえ言い訳だもんな。
そうとも。わらわの相手はバトラよ。そなたなど外野に過ぎぬわ。それをわきまえているとは良いことだ。
いいえ、外野じゃないわ。ベアトリーチェと後ろ宮バトラー。そしてそれを俯瞰する私がまるで三角形のような形になって戦うのよ。一見これは共闘ではないけれど、一緒に戦うばかりが共闘ではない。
ほう、珍妙なことを言い出す。
さっき彼は戦うことをあなたとの距離を詰めると表現した。でも一つの目では距離は測れない。二つの目があって初めて物事は立体的に見え、その距離も測れる。そして二つの視点があっても同じ場所からでは意味がない。離れている方が魔女を正確に測ることができる。
異なる立場から異なる角度で撃つ十字砲火ってことだな。面白いぜ。
異なる立場から異なる角度で撃つ。だから私は誰とも慣れ合わない。自分の立ち位置をずらし魔女を挟み撃ちにするために。
いいのかバトラー。その女は実はわらわが差し向けた伏兵かもしれぬぞ。もっともらしいことを言ってそなたを信用させようとしているだけかもしれぬぞ。
かもな。こいつはさっきからそれをずっと重ねていっている。だからこいつの助言はもちろん鵜呑みになんかできないだろうさ。だがそれが信用に値するものか否か、俺は自ら考えて取捨することができる。俺が自ら考えることをやめない限り、俺はもう誰にも騙されない。
大した自信だぞ後ろ宮バトラー。
It's been a while since she said something like that. God, it's been so long.
そこまで言い切ったそなたをコロリとまた騙してみたい。そして再び騙されたことを知った時のそなたがどんな顔を浮かべるのかわらわは見てみたい。気に入った。
なあ、あんたは俺の名を知ってるようだが、俺はあんたの名を知らない。名前を聞かせてくれ。
For a while, the woman remained silent without the slightest change in her expression. She looked as though she couldn't decide whether to say her name or not, or possibly as though she was deciding what to call herself on the spot.
グレーテル。
グレテル？
Melody, instrumental version.
お前がか？
バカね、名前よ。私のことはグレーテルと呼んで。
じゃあ、俺はヘンゼルとでも名乗った方がいいか？冗談さ。俺は後宮バトラ。
Ballard definitely knows that this is his sister. Or he's really dense. I don't want to say he's super dense, but I wouldn't be surprised.
バトラと呼んでくれ。
よろしく。握手は嫌い。気を悪くしないでね。
そうだな。悪い。お前が味方と決まったわけじゃないしな。警戒心を持てって言われたばかりなのにな。
Ballard drew back the right hand he had stuck out. His bitter smile disappeared, and was replaced with a strong expression of resolve for the new game, now in its 4th iteration.
バトラ、あなたはどうして魔女に勝たなければならないのかよく考えて。気に入らないからやっつけるなんて抽象的なものではダメ。絶対に魔女を打ち倒してこの世界から抜け出すという強い信念を持って。あなたの帰りを待っている人が必ずいるから。その子のためにも。
Maybe she had something on her mind. Gretel clenched a fist in front of her chest and hung her head in silence, at a loss for words for a short while. The candles dance! Fuck! Noises scare me, not images, by the way. Beatrice spoke up in a forceful voice, shattering that silence.
よし。これにてグレーテルとやらの自己紹介も十分であろう。さあさあ思い出してごらんなさい。10月4日に何があったのか。
Yes.
第4のゲームの幕開けであるぞ。
Here we fucking go. In unison with her voice, the clock, which had been turned back to October 4th, 1986, started to move, as though blown by a suddenly raging storm. Here we go. While we remained in the witch's tea room, the blue-gray sea and the green Rokenjima spread out beneath us. And we could see the boat heading there, trailing away behind it. The sky was already cloudy, and it seemed that the barrier of the typhoon would soon shut the island away. Here we go. Wingless. Hi! Oh god. Hi, Goda. It's been a long time since I've seen you, my man. The boat docked in the harbor, and Goda, who had been waiting there, could be seen helping to unload it. And finally, the boat dropped off all the passengers and began to separate from the island. The relatives started to get swallowed up by the island.
マリアは相変わらず元気だな。
マリアちゃん、気をつけないと転ぶよ。気をつけて。
All my fondly remembered cousins I had loved so much passed away through the beach, disappearing as they were sucked into the forest path leading to the mansion. And of course, Oni-chan could be seen among them too.
くっそー。待て待てマリアー。こんなすばしっこいやつ。
Maria Onesa-chan. Oh, wait a second. Even though I almost said One-san by accident, I just realized one thing. Ange calls Maria One-san. That's interesting. One-chan, not One-san. God damn it. One-chan. Maria One-chan, who I had loved, dashed away, and Oni-chan chased after her. They were swallowed up by the force. Following in pursuit, Mom and Dad were also swallowed up. The rest of my relatives were swallowed up too. Swallowed up, leaving only me behind. Ah. This is gonna be a really sad game, isn't it?
いつまでこんなところで魔女と戯れて遊んでいるのよ。早く帰ってきてよ、お兄ちゃん。私を一人ぼっちにしないで。そして気がついて、残された私がどれだけ辛く寂しい世界で孤独を強いられるかを。
Oh no. Umineko no Nakogorni. Oh god, this is gonna be a really... Ange's future. St. Lucia Academy after 1986. Ange and Maria. Wait, didn't Shion go to St. Lucia? Steady pace.
ごきげんよう。
Anyways. I'm gonna end... Damn it, I pressed character sheet. I meant to press save.
Okay.